Hey y'all, it's Char, and I want to teach you how to draw stylized figures like these, using the techniques I learned over the years. If you're interested in learning, keep watching. Hey you guys, so for this tutorial you're going to need a Borden & Riley number 125 marker paper, which I have right here. You're also going to need a mechanical pencil. The one I have here is a Papermate, but I mean any mechanical pencil will do. I mean, I'm not even going to use that. And you're also going to need a FABER-CASTELL pencil in SCHWARZ black, which I like to use for outlines. You're going to need an eraser, an extra eraser I got from the art store. You're also going to need a Tombow ABT brush marker in 990. You're going to need a CHARTPACK in sepia, color sepia. We're using this for hair. And another CHARTPACK marker in warm gray number 2, which is for skin tones. And lastly, you're going to need a little sharpener for the FABER-CASTELL pencil when it gets dull. So everything I'll be using will be in the description box below. And let's just begin the tutorial. Okay, so for this tutorial, you want to start off with a clean sheet of paper. Yes. And we're just going to start, sketching out our head. I mean, I usually draw with the head first. And kind of sketch out where the body's going to kind of go. Next, we want to just kind of lightly outline the face here. And I'm going to use this FABER-CASTELL pencil, to go over my lines here. But I'm working very lightly with my pencil lines, and then I go over it with a heavier stroke. Here I'm just defining the neckline of the dress. It's going to be a sweetheart neckline, and I'm lightly sketching this in. And also I am sketching the arms ever so lightly in the mechanical pencil, as you can see here. And then I'm going to go over it with my FABER-CASTELL pencil. And I just love the look of this. It just looks like very watercolory in the end. You'll see what I mean as I keep going. So now I'm just sketching the face here. Kind of a light outline is where her eyes will go. A light outline is where the hair will be. And I'm just lightly sketching this in. As you can see. Ever so lightly. And now I'm going back in with my pencil. And I'm just outlining all of the dress, the neckline, her body, everything, kind of going over with the pencil. And I'm defining the dress a little bit more now, adding some ruching into the dress, some tucks so it has more definition in this kind of dress, and the straps, all with the pencil, so it's like the final line. Also re-outlining anything that looks like it could be a little darker, and the face is going to be the next thing. So here, everything's coming together very nicely. So now I'm starting to outline where I want the face to be with the pencil, kind of finalizing her face. And the eyes, I'm going over my circles with a more detailed line and pretty much outline the entire face. And now I'm just erasing any leftover lines from the pencil, and I'm defining her face a little bit more. Here I color in my girls from the back, as you can see, which is why I use number 125 marker paper, and it gives it a nice little watercolory look, as you can see here, and I love that. I just love that look. I think it's great. So I like to color in from the back. It's weird, I know, I love it. Also here I'm using the Tombow pencil, which I use to just do little over outlines and shadows, and I'm going back in with the pencil and I'm defining her eyes, as you can see here. Going back in. And I'm going back in here and I'm just defining any lines, going over any little lines that I feel darker and just making it a little bit more defined. And I'm also coloring in the dress in the same technique from behind the paper. And as you can see, it has a nice little watercolor look. And I wait till it dries a little bit because it's kind of wet. And once it dries, the color just like, I don't know how to describe it. It just gets darker when you color on top of it. So I use it to make shadows as it's drying. And I suggest you should do the same. So now, at this point, I decided that this dress is a little boring. So let's add something to the straps. So I added a little tie to the straps. So give it a cuter look, and also colored in the ties from the back as well. As you can see, and this is what the dress looks like. Very cute little dress, if I so say so myself. And here, I'm going to be coloring the hair with sepia, and I'm using the same technique. Sorry, it's a little messy. Using the same technique and coloring in from the back, as you can see here. Now the right side. Whoa, we got a redhead girl. Haha. Redhead. Love it. So now I want to define her hair a little bit more because right now it looks like an afro. So I'm just going to darken it behind her ears, give her little highlights in her hair. Going back over, and I'm going to use the FABER-CASTELL pencil, and I'm going to define her hair a little bit more and darken it, give her more shadows and that kind of thing. So now, I mean, she's pretty much done. And I'm just going over any little strokes I see I feel like should be a little darker, and I'm just making it a little darker. But I love using the pencil. It gives like a nice little watercolor look to all your artworks. And you know, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope this was helpful in some kind of way and you learned a new technique. So yeah, thanks for watching. And this is the final look. And I signed it. So thanks.